Hi, this is Lee with learningwithlee.com. We are going to try and get our project online today. We're going to go to github.com, GITHUB.com. All right, now I already have an account. You're going to have to create an account. It's free to do. It's going to say you don't have any repositories yet. You can pause and do it now if you want, or just keep watching. You don't have any repositories yet. Your repository, let's think of this as like a box online that's going to hold all your files and folders related to your project. Okay, every project's going to have its own repository. So when you go to a web address and someone goes to your web address for this repository, it's going to look in that box and it's going to find your index.html file. You need to have one of those. That's your main page. It's the first thing it's going to show people when they go to your address. Now on that page you could have images. So if that images is saved in your repository, it'll know to go into the image directory, right? If you have a folder of images, it can go in there and pull out the image and show it to everybody. Or if you link to a different page on your site can have lots of pages, and those can be, sometimes I have a directory, a folder named pages, and that's like your about page or whatever, and it can all be saved in that one repository. It's all one website, but its main address is going to link to your index.html file. So you need to make sure you have one of those. So let's get started. So you're going to need a new repository, so we're going to put a new project online. You can just click that button, or you can use this plus sign and click new repository. You need to give it a name. I don't know, we can call it first project. Just leave it as public. You have to pay to have it private. At GitHub there's like a community. You can see each other's code. You'll be able to share your code with other people working on these same projects. So I think it's a good idea just to leave it public for now. You're not doing any anything you're trying to sell right now that you'd want to keep private maybe. Okay, so just click create repository. This will be your username. And then it's going to give us this page. Leave that page there. Don't lose it. Next, I want you to open up where your project is stored. You should have an index.html file somewhere, right? That's your project. And I want you to put that in a folder with the same name as whatever you just called your repository. They don't have to have the same name, but that's just a good practice. So first project. And I'm going to put my index file in there. Now in my project I happen to link to videos, so I need to get those into my project, and I actually link to my lessons too. Okay, so this is my first project, is my project. You're going to have lots of different projects and you'll save them all in your projects folder. This is just our first project, our first attempt at doing this. I mean, it's not a really nice site yet, right? And I need to have all these here because I link to videos, I link to my other lessons in my project. So if you had any images on your computer that you link to in your project, you want to put them in the same folder. They need to be in the same directory. We're going to link this folder, this directory, into this online repository. Okay, we're going to put everything for our project into this box. So it all needs to be together in one directory, all in one folder. So any videos, any images that you link to from your computer, not from online, but from your computer, need to be saved in there so they can get saved online too. Because someone else on their computer, if you just say, oh, go into my hard drive and get this image, they're not connected to your hard drive. They can't find that image. It's just going to be blank on their page. They're not going to be able to see it. So you need to make sure it's all saved with your project so it can get saved online. Okay, so what we need to do to connect them is use what we downloaded the other day. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is get yourself into the correct directory. I'm going to change directory to documents, change directory to projects. Remember, you can type ls to list what's there. I only have one thing there. Oops, you can't just type it. I have to type cd, change directory, open that folder, go into there. Okay, so now I found it. Okay, it's good that it says master. You should say master, right? You're working with the master copy of this. So my file path is documents, projects, first project. Okay, so once you get yourself into the right folder, into the right directory, you're going to type git init, G-I-T space I-N-I-T. You're initializing, that's what the init is, you're initializing this git directory. So when you push enter, ta-da, look, it did something, right? This is really doing something when you're typing these things. It created a little folder that says git. There's my git directory. You don't have to worry about what's in there. That'll take care of it itself. But you need to have that in there. That means you have you're ready to go with a Git repository. Okay, so to get it online, we're going to follow these directions on this page where it says, or push an existing repository from the command line. Okay, whenever you want to get your stuff online, you're going to push it. You're going to push it online. Let's just shove all that stuff into the box, okay? Whenever you change the code, you want to push that code. That's how you're going to get it into the repository. Okay, so you have to copy, all you're going to do is copy this exactly. If you type it wrong, you can do some searching online to figure out how to fix it, or, not that I've ever done this, but you can just delete this Git repository, turn this off, delete your repository on here, just start fresh. Because what these lines are doing right here, especially this one right here, is connecting this folder, this directory, to this repository. You're connecting them. So if you type something wrong, it's connecting the wrong thing together. So you have to break that connection. You can't just you can't just go back and edit something. You have to break the connection and start fresh. Okay, so git remote add origin. You're just copying exactly what it says as carefully as you can. It really is easy to just mess up a little thing. Check your capitalization, all the punctuation. Make sure it's just the same. Git remote add origin. So this will all be the same for you. Git remote add origin https:// github.com, and then it's going to have a backslash, then your username. All in one, homeschool /first project. If you called it that, that would be the same. And then .git. Okay, hopefully that's correct. Didn't yell at me. So that's a start. And then you're going to type this second line here. Let me bring it back up. All right, git push, right? We're shoving our files and folders into that box, into the repository. Every time you make a change and you want to add it online, when you change a part of your code and save it on your computer, it's not going to change it online. You need to open this up again and get into the right folder and push it again, and you'll type git push origin master. The very first time we add this -u thing, after this first time you're going to type git push origin master, but you don't need to worry about that right now because we're doing it for the first time. Hit enter and hope it works, and it didn't. Oh, well, I think I know what we did wrong. Sorry about that. Okay, so we did git remote add to connect them. That's all good. And I skipped a step. I'm just following what it says to right there, but we didn't do something. There's a step we do. Git add space period. Okay, we're trying to push nothing. We didn't tell it what to push. Okay, that was my mistake. Sorry about that. We have to tell it what we want to push, because maybe you're fiddling around with the index code, but really you just want to change something on the coloring right now. So you can tell I just want to push this one little piece, not everything I've changed so far. I'm just ready to add this one change online. But right now we want to put everything online, so we're going to put git add. That dot means everything. Do it all, the whole folder, everything in the directory. Git add. And mine's going to take a little while because I have all those videos. Yours will probably be done in a split second, unless you have a whole lot of videos too. Okay, so it did that, and then we're going to type this, git, G-I-T, commit, C-O-M-M-I-T, space, that little hyphen again, M, that means we're leaving a little message. It makes you do this, quotation marks, and then just like create page, the first time you're doing it. The proper way I was taught that you're supposed to do it is use a command form and a period. So I always do that. It's just proper. So we're committing that. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, there, it's created. All those things it's created. Now we're going to push it. It knows what to do. It's setting the stage. We've set the stage for pushing now. Git push u origin master. Now it should work. Dun, dun, dun. Fatal. Okay, so I figured out why mine wasn't working. I retyped here git push u origin master. It failed because this is logged on as my regular GitHub address, but I created a new account to do this with you on GitHub. So it's like, you're not the right person. So I gave myself permission to do this. So yours will be super fast. It won't take so long because I have all those videos for the lessons. It's moving more slowly. But there it goes, it's finished. You'll know it's done. It'll give you this line again, getting ready for you to type something else. So as long as it's hasn't given you that yet, it's still thinking, still working. Okay, so now, repository page, click on the first project. There should be a settings thing there. Okay, click on settings. Scroll down, GitHub Pages. That's what you're looking for. Source. Master branch. Remember that word master everywhere? Right? You want the master copy of your thing to be your website. Click on save. Scroll back down. You're on the same page there. GitHub Pages. There it is. Here's your website. It gave you an address. All right. You can click on that. It takes a couple minutes for it to get online. Check back. I won't make you wait a couple minutes while I do this. I've already taken a long time. But come back and check it. If it's not there, GitHub is super helpful. Help people who can help you if you're having trouble. But make sure you have an index.html file. That's what it's looking for to put online, right? So make sure you have that. Don't call your thing project.html, right? It needs to be called index.html. That's the page it wants to show everyone at first. Okay, so I hope that worked for you. I hope you didn't have as much trouble as I did, but persevere through it if you did, because in the end you're going to have a website and it's going to be great. And soon we will get to styling it and making it a lot nicer to look at. All right, thanks for hanging in there with me through this lesson.